The issue of trust in the system is synonymous to the rise of populism. Now, the general picture is trust may mean different things. In countries where you have higher level of trust are more prosperous, richer, but also delivering higher well-being to their citizens. Generalized social trust in each other has been stable. It's very different across the world. Nordic countries, this country, have very high level of interpersonal trust. Some other countries have low level of interpersonal trust. But it's been stable over the last few decades. But trust in the system has been declining. And it's been declining unevenly. In the US, much of the shock was the first decade of the century when a lot of workers lost their jobs because of globalization, substitution by imports from low-wage countries, and were left behind. In Europe, in general, the big shock to institutional trust was during Great Recession, when people who saw that suddenly the system is shocked due to mismanagement of the financial system, failures of regulators, they also started to question the very system, and that resulted in the growth of populism. And indeed, there is quantitative research, including my own, that shows this shift. And those shifts continued, and indeed, that eventually results in lack of respect and trust, not just in politicians, but also in all kinds of experts, in academics. And part of that is because we have a different information environment now. We have social media, the rise in social media, the rise of mobile broadband, internet. It's a reasonably recent phenomenon. In 2006, US had no 3G internet. Today, it's mostly, the whole world has internet on mobile devices. And of course, the first and foremost important implication of that is the rise of social media. And there is a lot of research which shows that social media disproportionately disseminates negative information. This is just an implication of advertising-based business model, where I need your attention. I need you to be addicted to the app. And the way I do it, my algorithm actually disseminates negative, outrageous stuff, and often actually misleading or false stuff. So you become more critical of the system because of this informational environment. And again, there is causal effect from the rise of mobile broadband, internet, and social media on general negativity towards the system. Now, the other point I would just make, the world is complex. And of course, on social media, we see how complex it is. Wars, fragmentation, tariffs, climate crisis, nature crisis, the technological disruption. We want our leaders to be competent, highly educated, experienced, knowing what they're doing. At the same time, of course, we want our leaders to be close to us. We want them to represent us. How can you face this trade-off when leaders should be highly qualified on one hand, and the other hand, close to the average voter? And this trade-off, this paradox creates a gap where populists enter, saying you should not trust the elites because they are detached, they don't represent you. So just three things, big picture on what's happening, the role of the social media, and the paradox of democratic leader.